Okay. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay, I think I'm live. Need to be sure. Why can't I reorder things? Can I? Yeah, whatever. Point is, hello everyone. Give me a second to set up. I'm not ready for the start of stream today. And also, uh, just I thought things were on the up and up, and then like right before stream, I was like, oh, the battery in my sign's dead. Well, so just bit of running around, but it's fine. It's fine because today we are playing Returnal, and I know. Well, I don't know, but like, I'm sure a lot of people are probably thinking, "Hey, Shadow, are you gonna stream Silksong?" And that is a question I will answer as soon as I have everything that, because I don't think I do. Oh, there's that. Okay, so I got this. Yeah, so will I be streaming Silksong? And the answer is maybe. Pixel was very kind in gifting it to me, so I do want to, but also, I, I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for streams, and since I let my subs vote on what I stream, I figure maybe leave it to them. Returnsong? Stream? No, no. I'm sorry, Pixel. I know at the end of stream last time I said I might just do uh Final Fantasy X again because last stream was short, but I was like, I'm so close to beating Returnal. I just want to beat Returnal. Is it too much to ask for? Maybe. But I just once this is I'm there will be plenty. I assure you, Pixel, there will be plenty of Final Fantasy X strems. Structor! Thank you for the raid. Thank you. If there's a mod here, let me shout you out with the yes, raid cubed. Structor, how was your stream? Platypus did look like a lot of fun. I gotta say. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted. I still don't understand the button placement of the PS5. Um, right? Come on. No, we're not doing this PS5. Not today. You were working last time. Don't you give me this. Don't even. Don't do this to me, PS5. No. This one, Salamander 2 and Life Force were brutal. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad you made progress at least, or progress, as I'm fond of saying. And my PS5 is just being a little mean today. It's fine. There we go. No, no, no. It's fine. We're back. It is fine. I had to mess with the thing. See, we're good. Everything's good. The PS5. I'm probably getting close to Life Force JP 1cc. Wow. Oh, it's easier than Gradius 2. Really? That's interesting. Hi. Also, funny story. You'll notice I'm wearing my Lucky Sonic shirt, and it is indeed lucky because I got these. I got these Team Sonic ski gloves at Sega HQ. You keep saying that you're closing, and then you keep returning. I mean, you're right, Kelsey. You're right, but I want to stop returning at some point. I can't return forever. I can't eternally return. Hopefully that links to you getting to beat the game today. I hope so. I mean, based on what people were saying, I only have one more boss left, so, like, I don't see why not, but we'll see. And the games are getting harder with each iteration because they are getting too good, yeah. And life forces between Gradius 1 and 2. Yeah, that's, I don't want to say it's a common thing necessarily, but it's a story I've heard a lot where, like, in the same cases like Super Mario Brothers, where, like, oh, 2 is a lot harder because people got through 1 so frequently that, like, they cranked up the difficulty. It's easier because there are no checkpoints. Interesting. I don't know. I'm definitely no expert. Watching you play always makes me go like, wow, maybe I can play a game like this, and then I try and it just ends very poorly. Unfortunately, I don't have the money for it, but Limited Run, in their vault, they put Dodonpachi Collector's Edition for sale, and I was like, ooh, that's tempting, but, you know, $90, that's a lot. Resurrection? The one on Switch. That I believe is now delisted. Which is partially why I was tempted to get it, because I was like, oh, this could be a chance to get it. But other things take priority. Still get it on Steam. I think that is the easiest. Yeah, probably. Oh wait, whoops. You know, maybe one day on stream I will play a shmup. Just to show how bad I am at them. It's funny though, they're like the one genre I feel like I've gotten better at over time. Hate. Some people call it DGP, DFK, because they hate the name. Oh, really? Oh, okay. That makes sense. People can't accept localized names. Ahem, Pixel. I'm just kidding. DOJ, DFK, God. That's so much for my brain to keep track of. My small, feeble brain. Boy, the games were made in Japan. It's okay, Pixel, you're allowed to be wrong. And won't you feel silly when in the future everyone speaks the same language and it's all a language that's unique to any of us, so... all this arguing will be for naught. That'll ever happen. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, the human race is gonna destroy itself before we get to that point, but still even more silly then. Nah. Roughly translates to Resurrection, but so many other games. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not that, like, hung up about titles. There are some that are, like, annoying. Like, I hate having to call Sonic 06 Sonic 06 because they were like, oh, we're just gonna name it Sonic the Hedgehog. But, like, I don't know. Fukatsu? Does that mean 4? That was really not worth it. I wasted a lot of Ooblights. Means resurrection. Oh, I see. Still inaccessible, this house. I'm also just curious to see the end of this game. I know I've been like, oh, let me reach the end, but I do want to reach the end, so that is a point in the game's favor. It's not like I'm sitting here like, oh, I don't even care. Sonic, oh shit. You know what? You're absolutely right. I was just watching, I don't know if you've ever seen any Lythero videos, but he did one for the Silver campaign. And, gotta say, it still boggles my mind that anyone could think 06 even has potential. Like, even my friends have been like, oh, come on, Shadow, there's at least some potential. I don't see it at all, ever. Because it's like, to me, and I've said this many times before, but it just never stops being true, that it's like, so you would have to fix the art design, you'd have to fix the story, you'd have to fix the gameplay, the physics, the levels, the art design, like, you would have to change so much, you're just making a different game at that point. God damn. I want to go home and try it. Yeah. Let me know how those are, because I've heard really good things about them, but the price tag, obviously, was quite steep for the intended use. Fixes human... that definitely requires fixing. That's what I'm saying. It's like, there are so many things wrong with it that I just don't see any way you could fix it without just making it a different game. Change it to Amy. But that messes with the whole... Our Shadow. That just messes with the whole thing. It's just... It's... You know, I'm always hesitant to, you know, use hyperbole like this, but it really is just completely irredeemable to me. Fan projects... No, they don't touch the story, and to my understanding, they don't touch the art. It was mostly just bug fixes, to my understanding. Again, somebody could probably correct me a little more, but like Project 06 was like, okay, it's being brought to, PC, and we're gonna polish it up so it plays better. But like, they didn't change the graphics, to my understanding. They don't even include the story. Like, I mean, I guess that's a plus, but it's like they didn't even bother introducing any of the cutscenes or anything. It's like just the levels. The music is the one thing about it that's redeemable. But, like, aside from that. But, like, yeah, 06, I said it for many years where I was like, I admire that they're passionate enough to make it, but I just don't think it really fundamentally fixes anything. And from what I've heard, yeah, it just... I mean, it's just Sonic 06, but slightly less buggy. And it's like, that doesn't sound fun. That sounds miserable. Just slightly less miserable. And I feel bad, too, talking to Satsu about it. Oh, yeah. If you watched or listened to, rather, the Satsunami, or the Chatsunami podcast. I'm sorry, I was gonna say the Satsunami podcast. I was like, he's the one who hosts it. But if you listen to me talk about it, I feel so strongly about the game. It's just, I try and be kind. Like, if it's really what you enjoy, I'm not one to, like, just say you're not allowed to like it. But I just can't think of a single thing that game does right. Other than the music. Yeah. I almost just jumped off. Oh! I didn't realize that would go through. Stop that. Stop that. You can't... That is explicitly not what I'm saying. And my friends have tried to push this to me too, where it's like, come on, you got to at least admit the concept was interesting, and I was like, no, it really wasn't. Like, oh, but 3 hedgehogs to celebrate, Sonic's 15th, and it's like, that doesn't... Introducing a new... It retconned Blaze's story. Blaze was so freaking cool, and then they made her into the most boring, unlikable, just bleh character. He's gonna tell you can't let think one. Well, that's just true. No, I'm just kidding. No. Look, if you really love 06, that's fine. You can do that. You would just be wrong. That's all I'm saying. Like, there are a lot of games that I feel like if I got to lead, like, production of, I feel like I could make them decently well. I mean, granted, I'm an arrogant gamer. Who the hell knows how I'd actually do? But, if somebody was like, hey, we'll let you remake Sonic 06, I would decline that. I would. I just don't think I could. That is, like, the one thing I'm like, that is just a lost cause. It's no use. I know. I know, there's a reason that moment's infamous. they allowed you to turn it into Sonic Adventure 3, then it wouldn't be a remake of 06. That's the point. That's literally the point. Take them up on the offer and call Sonic Lost Cause. No. No, I just wouldn't waste my time. I would rather remake something that actually deserves to be remade. It was alright. Yeah, Sonic Heroes. Literally every Sonic game, they kind of float the idea of it being Sonic Adventure 3. Sonic Unleashed is Sonic Adventure 3 because you go around a planet. And it's like, that doesn't make it 03, or that doesn't make it Sonic Adventure 3. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, like, you could make that argument, and it's like, no, it's not. It's its own thing. It's good, but it's its own thing. Consider a remake to be... Well, that's the thing. It like... That's why I was trying to say, like, to me, if they said remake Sonic 06, it's like, okay, how would I remake it to fix it? And then it's like, okay, well, first of all, the art style needs to change, the level design needs to change, the physics need to be fixed, the story needs to be fixed, the characters need to be changed. Like, at that point, it's like, you think about it, and it's like, okay, so I'm making Sonic 06, but I'm not going to include Elise, I'm not going to include, you know, I'm not going to retcon Blaze, I'm not going to do all these things, and then it's like, that's not Sonic 06, that's just a different game entirely. It's not a terrible idea, but what makes me hesitant is is like, there needs to be something there, and I just don't think 06 has that. There needs to be something to polish up, you know? Sonic 26. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Bit of a ship of thieves. I mean, yeah. Especially for me, because it's like, I would change so much about it, nobody would ever even call it, you know, an 06 remake. They would just call it something else. Shit of these. Good one. Sorry, I guess Sonic's been on my mind because I went to Sega HQ recently, so... My fanboy, my internal fanboy has been activated, so I apologize to anyone who came to my Returnal stream expecting Returnal to be the main topic. I know you don't hate absolutely everything, what would you keep? I guess that... But that's the thing, though, I genuinely can't... Other than the music, I genuinely can't think of a single thing I would keep from 06. It's like, if you named anything about 06, I would be like, no, that would need to be changed. And it's like, you know, yeah, Ship of Theseus, but like, we all agree at some point if 100% of it was replaced, it would not be the same ship. Like, you know, the question is asking at what point, but we know 100% is already too far. And I'll be honest with you, I hate having a contrarian opinion. I really do. Because I'm not trying to, you know? I'm not sitting here like, oh, Sonic 06 is actually liked by some people, I'm gonna hate it just because. Like, it's not that. I genuinely gave it a shot and I didn't like it. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, I'm sorry. Like, when I streamed 06, I remember thinking to myself, like, yeah, I should try and be kind to this because, you know, maybe I really have just been so contrarian. And there were times where it was like, it's okay. But for the most part, it really was like I can't think of a single thing I wouldn't change. Need to be... Yes, Sonic would need to be changed. His personality in 06, his look, his role in the story. Like, most of the story. Like, this is the Sonic entry where Sonic dies. He gets stabbed through the heart. Like, that's not what you should do. I'm just surprised that you think nothing could be done to save it. Could you save the Shadow? I think I could, but it would be dramatically different. That's what I'm saying. It's like, when I think about the Shadow game, as badly thought out as it was to give Sonic characters guns, I think at least mechanically it integrated itself well enough. Like, clearly the gameplay was designed around it. It wasn't just like oh, okay, let's just give Shadow a gun. Like, no, they clearly thought, like, okay, if Shadow had a gun, let's give enemies more health, so that way he, like, fires it this way, and it's like, you could at least see what they were going for. To me, 06 really does shine through of, you know, all the development trouble it had, and the creator walking out on everything, and them just trying to scramble to put it together. And, like, there are people who are like, look, there are adventure elements. That means that adventure is the direct influence. And it's like, I don't get that impression. I always got the impression that any adventure influences were just because they needed to hurry and make something, and they were just grabbing whatever they could that they thought would work. Not because they were like, oh, we need to make another adventure. Come on. And you know what's funny? Maybe I'd need to think about it more, but, like, my idea for saving the Shadow game would, I mean, it would still involve changing a lot of the story, but, gameplay-wise, it would look a lot like a kind of Platinum game. It'd be like Bayonetta or, like, Devil May Cry, but Sonic, you know? I think the multiple paths thing was a really cool idea. They could, yeah. I mean, ultimately that is what they do. Like, there is only one ending to that game that's canon. I think the idea of exploring a character's past by, you know, by exploring all the different avenues he could take, and, like, all the different aspects of his character, I think that's interesting. You know, they didn't execute it well, but, like, that could work. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending your lunch with me. Also, in that canon ending, is the canon explanation for why Shadow survived the ending of Sonic Adventure 2. And, like, that's interesting, you know? Kind of a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Dragon Ball Z-esque. But, you know. The explanation is that Eggman sent a robot to intercept Shadow before he you know, entered the planet, and then, like, rehabilitated him. So the Shadow you're playing in Shadow is actually the real Shadow, because the game, you know, makes a whole point to be like, is he an android? Is he a clone? And it goes out of its way to go, no, you are the real Shadow that I saved from the ending of Adventure 2. So... You know, but he just also made clones of Shadow and like androids of Shadow because he wanted it. He doesn't tell any of Shadow's friends that he's alive because yeah, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it does make a kind of sense. Like, especially knowing that Rouge betrayed him in Adventure 2, I doubt he would want to let, you know, Rouge in on any secrets. I mean, it's not like the greatest explanation ever. It very much is one of those, like I said, Dragon Ball Z-esque things where it feels like they did. I mean, they didn't expect Shadow to come back for another game, but he was so popular that it was like, okay, how are we gonna write it so that way he does? You know? He's too tortured. You know what actually has a really good interpretation of Shadow? Lego Dimensions has a surprisingly good, like, interpretation of Shadow. So, if you had to choose between watching the Sonic movies on loop or replaying PS3, oh god. Pixel, I don't want to think about such horrible things. This is a happy place, Pixel. Imagine the kind of glitches you could discover. Yeah, I mean, it's so broken. There are probably a lot of glitches that people haven't fully discovered yet. 5 you would probably... yeah, yeah. I mean, if you watched that Lythero Silver campaign video, he does all 3 campaigns, and in the Sonic campaign, he found a way to complete the level for Sonic, but it didn't go to like the results screen, but it's still doing all the like results calculations, but he was like still in control playing the level, and I was like, I've never seen that before. Like, there's probably someone who's documented it, but like, I'm sure there's a lot to that game you could still figure out. More tortures even. This is a good movie. Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the joke. There is no movie. But, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only person who thinks that they could fix, you know, whatever, but... You know, I give it thought. Ugh. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. I gotta focus on combat. There's combat happening. There was combat happening. If you had to choose one movie for that torture, what would it be? Personally, for me, it would be Thief and the Cobbler. I love that movie so much. And I probably have watched it for days on end at this point. Like that question, I'm curious. Oh god. Okay, what was it exactly that you were proposing? It was okay, hold on. I can do this. Of the three Sonic movies, three would probably be the limit, and that's not saying much. Hold on, no. Hold on. So what exactly is the poll you want? Yeah, new poll. Okay, question. Choose between two forms of torture. Constant Sonic 06 on PS3 or Sonic movies on loop. Movie trilogy. You know what? That's actually a better way to put it. Trilogy. Replaying it, yeah. Okay. We're gonna set it for 5 minutes. Okay, poll is up. Vote on your phones now. Okay, this run seems to be going a little bit better. It's not great, but could be worse. You need to decide. I did. I voted. I always vote. Voting is an important part of our democracy. What did you? I don't tell people my vote. I just know that things will be better if everyone votes. You know what I do really want to do as a future stream? And this isn't like a secret or anything, but I've actually never modded Sonic Adventure at all. Or Sonic Adventure 2 for that matter. So I was like, maybe that would make for a fun stream. Like modded Sonic Adventure, my first time. Are you allowed to stream Your Returnals. Yeah, I guess I would be able to. Doesn't say I can't. Although, I mean, you really would have to like start thinking about it. Like, okay, would I, you know, would I be able to mod it? like it would still be the PS3 version, obviously, but like, could I like mod it so that way it has funny things? Does that include the DLC? Make some money on these until I die. Well, see, the thing is, for me, that would be a pretty short stream. I'm just kidding. I really hope Wisteria doesn't come in here. Because I remember Wisteria being like, I was a defender of 06 since it came out, and I was like, oh no, no. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I'd definitely take all the... Yeah, I mean, at some point. You know, it is funny. I don't know if they've changed it, but at least at least when I streamed 06, they didn't actually have a category for it on Twitch. Which is hilarious to me. I mean, things could have changed, but it's just funny to me imagining that, like, yeah, let's list every Sonic game, but not 06. And our poll is over, and it looks like constant Sonic 06 on PS3 won. So how about that? Shadow says to Sega about Sonic movies, Sega, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. You're so right. I guess it just depends on who voted for the other option. Kelsey, I will. See, it's not that I can't, I just haven't yet. And also, hi Kelsey, how are you? Good to see you, precious being.
Shadow, my eye will follow you.
Sure, you said that this would be the... I mean, it is the last boss, supposedly. I'm not lying about that. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Doing that Black Doom voice really hurt my throat, actually. This wasn't the fun. Yeah, but someone in my chat was like, yeah, there are 5 bosses in the game, and Nemesis is number 3, and I'm pretty sure the one at the beginning of this stage, or, you know, at this stage was number 4, so I've beaten, like, most of them, right? No! Okay. Okay, we're good. No, not before I beat Nemesis, after I beat Nemesis. But yeah, at that point I was like, well, so then this is basically the final boss, right? So whatever next boss I encounter should be the final one. Although I might have to, like, fight one more mini-boss to unlock the ability to swim. I voted movies because around. Is that my beefy kitten? It's my beef. It's the beef. Look at this sweet boy. He's a good boy. Hello, my sweet beefy kitten that I love. I love him. Look at this beefies. He's my kitten. And he's such a good boy. I love my beefies. He's the beefiest of kittens. This. He's so sweet. He's the sweetest. He's a sweet boy. He's my sweet. Everyone wish Beef the love. Because he had surgery recently. And he's basically better now, but just... He's still a little out of it. This. You're such a good boy. He's so good. He's so sweet. He's a good beefies. He's so good. Shit. I can fix this. There. This beefies. The beef. It's the beef. It's my beefies. It's the kitten. I love him. Your sensory issues keep you... Yes. I can't even do a drinking game. Yeah, I can't. Oh, the beef. You know, poor boy had 8 teethies removed. But he was a good boy. He is a good boy. And he seems to be doing a lot better. And he's been sweet as can be. He's the sweetest. Why'd he get teeth removed? Because they were cracked. And he had a bad case of gingivitis. And just some pockets and things. See, he has FIV. So, apparently this is quite common for cats with it. And also, he was a stray cat, and, like, he was missing teeth when we got him. So, like, he clearly had been in some sort of altercation or something. Gingivitis. Yeah. Yeah, he's the orange boy. But he's so good. He's so good. Look at this flop. Look at this orange land seal. Look at this, at this. I love him. But yeah, he's been very sweet. Honestly, he's probably quite relieved from because he was probably in some pain with his teeth being the way they were. Like, initially when we got him, the vet was like, we're gonna keep an eye on it, but things have gotten to the point now where it was like, okay, yeah, we should do something about this. I mean, look at this kid. Look at him. You might notice on his right, or his left front paw, he had to be shaved so he could get the IV. So he's got that. But it's not on camera right now. Stick with the carbine. Cat IVs, yeah. Apparently he was very, you know, well behaved when getting the IV, which is kind of surprising because with how he's been reacting to us. Because one of the medicines we have to give him goes like in his eardrum, or not in his eardrum, but like on like the inner part of his ear, and he does not like that. So I was surprised to hear that he was so okay with the IV. But he's a good, strong boy. Unfortunately, the anesthetics seem to have perked him up a lot to the point where like he's not sleeping as much as he used to. But once that wears off, I'm sure he'll resume. Oh man, what IVs your cat have? I don't know off the top of my head. They just told us they were gonna do it so they could do the procedure on him. Or at least if they did say it was my mom that heard and I was just hearing secondhand, you know? Is he still... No, he was awake when we brought him home. He's been awake a lot, which, because, like, the vet warned us he could either be very hyper, or he could be very tired, and, turns out we got the, I guess, the more hyper. He hasn't been, like, acting too poorly or anything, but just, he hasn't been sleeping much. And we were kind of sad, because we were like, we wanted him to sleep so that way he would, you know, he wouldn't feel as much pain. But he seems to be handling things well. Celestial, this is my cat Beef. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet, soft kitten. And, you can kind of see it there, the, like, shaved part of his paw. But this. He's a good boy. He had surgery recently, so he's, you know, he's a little off, but he's doing well. It's a joke. Pokemon of IVs. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't put two and two together because I'm not playing Pokemon. But I get it now, Kelsey. All the better for smacking you with. He's so good, though. He wouldn't do such a thing. He's too good. More aerodynamic. He's kind of a lazy hunter, to be honest with you. Like, he plays for like 3 seconds and then gets bored of everything. I can't dash through this. You should, because no one wants Returnal Part 7 million or Final Fantasy. I disagree. This is what my subs voted for. And it is September, so if you subscribe to me, you get a Photoshop request during my yearly Photoshop request stream. I swear. I pressed... Oh my god, he does so much damage. Oh my freaking god. What? I don't know. Some people have to send their requests. You have to learn how to not be hyper. Oh. Yeah. Beef's a good boy. He's a very good boy. No, I pressed. I think of requesting Bowser, but with Doug Bowser's face. I'm not opposed to doing it, but I feel like that's an obvious one. You know what I mean? Lurcher, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh. New item. Full or low integrity increases weapon damage. Interesting. But yes, Celestia, how are you? It's good to see you again. I hope you've been well. You've been good. I'm good, good. I'm glad to hear it. He has a 20-minute energy battery, but it recharges fast. Aw. Maybe we should bring back Putin and Pikmin? Oh, you know what? That actually reminded me, because I believe you were the one to request Zelda riding a nuke, and I used the, like, the Echoes of Wisdom Zelda, and I beat Echoes of Wisdom recently, and it was really, it's interesting, because, like, it was good, but you could definitely tell Grezzo made it, as opposed to Nintendo, so it was interesting. It had a few moments that were weird. Archeries are Greyhound crosses, so they aren't built for the long haul. Oh, I see. That was a perfect use. Yeah, yeah. The game was ultimately very fun, and I'm glad I played it. But, there were moments that were a little like, was I supposed to do that? Or, you know, am I just thinking about this too roundabout? Excuse me. So good. I love beef cam. Yeah, it was a really cool idea. I think for me, the combat was pretty frustrating, because, like, you know, doing that sort of Link to the Past, you know, Link's Awakening style of combat, it's like, summoning a monster to attack for you isn't as satisfying as, just doing it yourself. Like, there were a lot of times, and I know they give you the sword, but, like, there were a lot of times where I didn't want to use the sword, because I didn't want to waste the energy, and it was like, I would really appreciate just the chance to, like, swing once, and not have to, like, summon something to do it for me. Hey, 2 Point! Good to see you! Hello, welcome in, how are you? Sorry, I'm just, honestly, I'm kinda stuck in this game. I just haven't been able to break through yet. That's really the issue. A part of it, part of it is I do stupid things like that. But also just, because, like, I only really play this game when I'm streaming, so there are lots of, like, kidding me. There are lots of times where, you know, I kind of grow rusty. Recently finished Mafia: The Old Country, but I don't tend to get many story games. How was it? What'd you think? I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about that game. It's just kind of there, you know? Mostly had issues with flying enemies. With most ground with flying, I never found. Yeah, for me, the ground enemies, they could be better, but, like, the ones with shields really bothered me, because like a lot of the echoes I could summon didn't know how to like factor in the shield into their strategy, so it just turned into a like which summon is going to know the right timing. But yeah, 2 point. Sorry, I'm I'm also a little bit distracted. Like if I were just playing this on my own, I probably would be getting through this better, but you know, streaming divides your attention. It's really good, but the performance can be choppy if you don't have the settings right for your PC. I mean, I know it's like a new game, but I hadn't heard many performance issues, so I'm kind of surprised to hear that. Then again, also, I suppose I haven't been paying too much attention, so... Also, if you're wondering why my camera is a cat right now, that's my cat Beef. I love him tremendously. He just had surgery, and so he's a little out of things, but I just love showing him whenever he's up here. But I usually do face cam. I'm sure whenever Beef leaves, I'll get back to it, but... just want to enjoy him while he's here. The games aren't famed for their PC performance. Yeah, I guess not, but... I don't know. I feel like any game, like if it has particularly poor performance, I hear about it. I didn't really hear about it for Mafia. By the way, what was going on with PS? Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know. I eventually got it fixed because I think it was overheating or something to do with heat, because when I like felt all the different you know, electronics that are running, like they were all kind of warm. So I didn't continue streaming because I was like, I should probably just let things cool down. But to be honest with you, no real idea why. Like, I've never had a PS5 or, you know, console game in general, I guess, do that to me. Just graded to a 50 series card. Oh wow. Ooh. Fancy. Yeah, which 50 series, if you don't mind us asking? But yeah, also in case you were curious, 2 point, I'm on the PS5 version of this game, which last time I streamed it, it crashed or like it froze for seemingly no reason, and I tried closing it, and then it froze my PS5 entirely, and then for some reason my PS5 couldn't display on my TV. It was very strange. But things are working now, so I'm confident it's gone. It's just, it was weird. Got a 5090 before you must be dead. I sold my. Oh, I see. Well, hey, I mean, that is like the best card, so. Sounds awesome. Put in a healthy Yeah, I know, it was so weird. I wasn't doing anything intense. I was just using my melee attack to kill some of the like pods like that. And then it just totally froze, and I'm like, oh god. But the PS5 itself wasn't frozen, so I was like, okay, maybe I just, you know, select close. And then on the PS5, when I selected close, it just hung on, like, the closing screen. And I was like, okay. And then I had to hard turn off my PS5, and then it wouldn't. It was weird, though. My capture card was getting signal. Like, you could... On my OBS, you could see it. Oh, hi, you. Hey, sweet. Hey, sweet beefy kitten. Oh, he rolls, and he has a soft tummy. Look at the soft tummy. You got a soft tummy, beefies. You're so cute. Look at you. Oh, he's so cute. He's the cutest. Look at the sweetness. Look at the soft kitten. Look at this beefies. Oh, I love him. Oh, such love. Oh, did it really? Oh god, yeah. Maybe something's weird with the melee, but that was what happened. Oh, what the? The beef belly. He's being so cute right now. I can't help it. Look at that face. Look at him. Cute. No! I still have trouble dodging that. No, the beefies, you are so cute. Look at you. Oh, look at this beefies. What you doing? What you thinking? What you doing? You are so cute. You are the cutest. Hold on, I'm sorry. I can't help it, but I love my beefies. They're so love. Oh, I love him. I play games on a 4K monitor, and Mafia was getting around 60 FPS. I set 30 for the cutscenes. I tried to get to them. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I really want to get a new monitor. Right now, what I'm using, I'm pretty sure what most people would describe as garbage. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the beef belly clip. Oh, I'm gonna send that to my mom and my sisters, because they love beef. Just a beefies. Look at him. He's the sweetest. DLSS position. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but if I made enough money from my September stream, I'm tempted to get a new monitor. Not even like the highest end monitor, just something better than what I currently have, which is not hard to find. Destructor, thank you for that clip. I will post it as soon as I can. Asus is going to release, oh gosh, something. I would love it. I would love to get a really nice monitor, but I cannot afford that. What you do? What you do? What you do, sweet kitten? What you do? This is going to release 1440p tandem OLED for. Oh, that would be cool. A nice card of his guy. Yeah, well, so that's the thing. Right now, you guys will probably cringe hearing what I use, but I use a Seiki, S-E-I-K-I, brand TV. It's 1080p, and it still has composite component S-video. Like, I wanted it because it still had all the inputs I needed for a lot of my retro stuff. But Sans was very kind and gifted a retro tink, so that way I can actually, you know, upscale my retro stuff onto more modern monitors. And so it's like, awesome, now I just need a monitor that isn't gonna look like... Ugh. 280 hertz and $700. Oh wow, that's still a lot. Tandem OLED is really cool. I know nothing about like monitor technology. If I really am gonna be getting a new monitor, I really need to like study up. Because as far as I'm concerned, all I really know is like it would be nice to have OLED, but like it'd be cool to have 4K, low response time, HDR, whatever buzzwords. Wow. That would be... See, the other thing, too, I have a size restriction. I can only go up to 24 inches. So, a lot of the monitors I'm gonna look at are probably outside of my, grasp. You know what I mean? Because the little hutch that I have my setup in... it's kind of small, so... Get a wall bracket? I have no wall to put a bracket on. There's no wall space here. OLED's Achilles heel is its brightness and by extension its durability, but tandem OLED stacks OLED layers on. Oh, interesting. That sounds cool. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you can get me one of those. Get me one of those and I'll do whatever. Whatever you want. But no, honestly, the nice monitor thing is probably still going to be just a pipe dream for a while. It's kind of brutal. I think that, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it is. I wish I could describe my situation better, but it's like, there, you know, every wall is taken up, so it's like I can't even just move my setup. The only place my setup really works is my desk. My desk has like a hutch that, you know, like I said, fairly small, so it can't accommodate these crazy large monitors or anything. And, I mean, it's not even that it's crazy large, it's just... They all seem large in comparison to my desk. But yeah, I'm really not prepared to spend a lot of money. Like, even Christmas, like, even if I decided, like, a monitor is the only thing I wanted, like, I probably wouldn't even get something close to what would be ideal. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll find a job. And that'll help. Hopefully. Be able to get a reasonable mini LED for a decent price. Yeah. I mean, to my understanding, there are options. It's just not, not ideal. Yeah, yeah. Again, this is why, like, if I am gonna get serious about monitors, I'd really need to do research. Because if I'm gonna be limited, I need to know, like, what's more important for my needs. Like, it would be cool to have a high free refresh rate, but, like, how much am I really gonna use that? And you know, is the type of LED gonna be important for me? I don't know. And I mean, I'm also not, like, a super perfectionist or anything. Like, I don't necessarily need the greatest thing on the market. I just need something that works for what I need, you know? Friends malfunction. Eh. I swear I almost put my back out carrying my PC back into my room after the card was fitted, as I had to bend over a wooden box and oh god, yeah. You know, it's so funny to me. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know anyone's age, but you know, when I was young, TVs were so crazy heavy because they were like glass and they were huge. But nowadays it feels like monitors are super light and even TVs are super light and easy to carry, but it's the PC that'll break your spine. I'll send you the display ninja monitor. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm only half serious, though, when I say I'm looking for one, because realistically, it's like, my budget's gonna be pretty low, and that's gonna severely limit me. So it's like, I don't know, is it better to just wait? I mean, from what my dad has always taught me, like, it's basically always better to wait, because technology only ever gets better and cheaper, you know? 27, my case is 4.7 kilogram empty. God, I mean, like, the point about age was more just to be like, do you remember CRT monitors and how heavy they were? Because I remember every time we had to like move TVs, it was a nightmare. Just having to lift such huge boxes. Because they were just giant boxes of, like, glass and ugh, it was just... It's just funny to me that now monitors are, like, so light you can practically break them by looking at them hard enough. The 5093. Oh my god, that's crazy. LED is an improvement on LCD. It just has more smaller LEDs for backlights you can get. Oh, that's neat. But like, would that be ideal for what size I am looking at? Like, you know, do they even make OLEDs in my size? I don't know. Like, will that have an effect on response rates and hertzes? As you can imagine, I'm not well versed. That, yeah, oh yeah, that is crazy. There's much different technology. But yeah, right now, unless my financial situation changes dramatically, I'm likely not gonna get a new monitor. But yeah, it's also just intimidating because of the amount of like research I'll need to do. It's considered the cream of the crop right now. Yeah. Yeah, that was my understanding of it. Like, if you want the best, you go OLED. Case is also big. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I was about to say the card's pretty big, so that would make sense. See, I just have a pre-built PC. Because I've never been in a position, really, where, like, I feel like I've gotten to make the PC I want. Just always the PC that, you know, even when I did build my own, it was always like, this is what I can do, not necessarily what I want. This is probably a wash. You can get portable, smaller OLEDs, I think, but I don't think they'll be as high quality as... Oh. I mean, I guess I'd have to also just do some measuring to see if I could fudge a 27. I don't know. It just depends. No! Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Oh god, yeah, that I can't even afford to think about that. Like, if I had a mod in chat, I would ask it to delete that message so I don't have to, like, avert my eyes. Yeah, I mean, basically. That is the future the corporate world wants to live in. Oh, come on, I dashed. appears. Yeah, yeah. Funny how that works. Just did... So, did I just change bits over time and then move them over to the case? See, I'm not necessarily opposed to the idea. My dad, and I've brought him up a couple times, like, my dad is an engineer, like, one of the most successful there could be. So, I'm inclined to believe a lot of what he says. And, he was saying how it's never worth it to upgrade your computer, like, piecemeal. It's always better to just wait until you have the money for everything at once. Because, like, by the time you reach that build, the other parts will have likely become cheaper. So, like... if I were talking about, like, upgrading my computer and stuff, I would prefer to, you know, kind of do it like that, where it's like, you know, just all at once. You'll get a monitor, or so, yeah, I mean, that's not happening, Pixel. I'm gonna pay to get to Mars, yeah, right? You know, it's funny, I've been kind of going down a rabbit hole on YouTube lately of watching people react to things. Not that it's ever, like, great content, but, it's sometimes just fun to see something you're intimately familiar with get introduced to someone else. And, I saw some particularly some VTubers, responding to, or reacting to Bill Wurtz's The History of Everything, I guess. And, there was one, I forget which, but there was a channel that started talking about Mansa Musa, who was, or possibly is, the richest man ever. And, you know, there was some debate about, like, oh, has Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or whoever overtaken him? And it's like, even if they did numerically, the contrast was still just, you know, because, like, Mansa Musa went on, like, a tour of the world, essentially, and people begged for him not to spend money because it would, like, ruin their economy. Like, that kind of rich. I don't think there's a single person on Earth who would, you know, get a lot of money from Elon Musk or whoever and be like, nah, take it back. You know what I mean? Well, Pixel's around. It's so true, though. It's so true. I want to talk about things that I want, but I don't want to put anyone in a financial bend over it. Very fair, but don't go below 40. Yeah, I mean, right now I have a 3060, which is perfectly fine for everything I'm doing right now. Like Silksong, yes. Exactly like Silksong. Because that is indeed what Pixel ended up doing, and I feel very bad, because in my mind, it's always just like, yeah, you know, I want to commiserate by being like, yeah, I want to get it. Cool. But I don't want to, like... It's a pet peeve of mine to, like, you know, be like, oh, if only I could get this to get people to get you things. That gives me the ick. So... Pixel in my chat. He's good friend, good precious friend. And I should be a better friend to Pixel. Yes, I do have Silksong on Steam. Solid up to 1440p. Well, like I said, I'm also at 1080p because my monitor is... I want to say this monitor is from, like, 2008 or something like that. Pretty old. It's going on stream. I'm going back and forth. I actually did stream Hollow Knight many moons ago. But, I don't know if I want to stream Silksong. I mean, I guess so, but I also feel like I should probably wait. I don't know. Not what I was saying, but that would be cool. A tested companion, yes. You know, speaking of Kong, I did start playing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. And, you know, like, when I first played the game, because I even pre-ordered that game back in the day, I initially was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I never got very far in it. And I mean, haven't gotten super far in it now or anything, but playing through it, I'm like, why did I fall off? This is really good. Although, I did encounter a level that I remembered hating back in the day. And it rubbed me up anew. I want to get HD return. I think it's down to like 40. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, I don't know, because actually, if memory recalls, it was done by Forever Entertainment, not specifically Nintendo. So I don't know if there are any like, you know, rules in place. Back in the day. Yeah, everything's always back in the day, you know? Cat, hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here from Structor's Raid. Yes, Beef had surgery recently, and he's been a good boy. He's been a strong boy through it all. He's a good boy. Just. I love him. He's been so sweet today. Can buy it. That is a waste. Such a huge waste of money. I would, like, genuinely, if you tried to sell me a WADA game, having WADA on the label would actually decrease the price for me. Like, if the game was like 60 bucks, I would be like, I'd give you 40 for this. Oh, no, but I need to be better, is what I'm saying. Hear about tag grading? No, I don't think I have. Or maybe I have and I just don't remember. I do remember hearing that GameStop was recently talking about how grading cards was going to be its future. I was like, that's so sad. Why are you so silly? Why are you so sweet? Oh, you give kiss. Give me kisses. I love your kisses. Just kisses. He's a good boy. There we go. They grade Pokemon, but unlike PSA, they actually tell you why I got... Oh, interesting. I mean, that is nice. Because I know that it's a pretty common thing basically everywhere that, like, if you're unhappy with the grade you got, you unbox it and, like, send it back in and get a different grade. Well, as long as they're run by people who aren't trying to exploit others, then that sounds good. Unlike WADA. sometimes I wonder about getting some of my cards or games graded, but I mean, even some of the best condition stuff I have is still like, it's probably not worth getting graded, you know what I mean? Kind of like an AI tech bro venture, but it's, well, yeah, I mean, hey, if they are doing a good job, I see no reason to scorn them. Because ultimately, I mean, I'd rather have a good job from a, you know, tech bro startup than a bad job from known scumbags, you know? Because WADA, in my opinion, are scumbags. Anyway, sorry to bring the mood down, but just, well, I ever heard the games like it kind of makes sense how they package multiple. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. It's not a bad idea, to be honest with you. It's just that going like, oh, this is GameStop's future. It strikes me as like when they said NFTs were going to be GameStop's future, and it's like, man, just get out of here, you know? You know, I still want to make YouTube videos, it's just hard to find the time. But one video I've really wanted to make is, it probably would come off poorly, but I want to make a video that's like, look at all the games I can play that you can't. And it's like all the physical games of things that have been delisted. And being like, the point isn't really to... It is to upset you, but the point is so that way you'll, you know, actually continue to push for physical games. You know? Like if Regal made their own streaming service. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. Connected to another message. Yeah, sorry, I kind of went on a bit of a tangent in my brain where I was like, you know, GameStop should be about the games, but then people keep going, oh, but physical games are dying, so of course they need to pivot to something, and then my brain was just like, no, they shouldn't die. Literally, you know, I saw, oh god, I want to say it was Ant Dude. There was some big YouTuber who I had, like, heard his name but never really bothered to watch his content, and he did a thing about the death of physical media or whatever, and he was essentially going, like, game key cards, I'm cool with them because the developers have kind of given up on making physical, and I was like, that's so not how it should be, because it's like, if they want you to give up on physical, you know it's for a bad reason, you know? What would you do with it? Yeah, it's tough. I would do, honestly, what I would do more of is, like, game competitions and game demos and things. Like, have special events. Where it's like you actually go to a GameStop and then, like, well, you're at a GameStop, so you might as well pick up a thing. You know? I remember when I was young, there was a Melee tournament at GameStop, and I really wanted to go, but my dad held me up with homework, so me and my friend didn't get to make it. But I just remember thinking to myself, like, I hadn't been that excited to go to GameStop in a while, so, like, if they did more stuff like that, that would have been really cool. Sorry, holding yeah, Pokemon TCG tournaments, or honestly, it would also just be very cool if they had like little demo stations or whatever that are like, hey, if you want to come in and play like the latest game or whatever, just try it, see how you feel. Like you can just do that, and while you're here, pick something up. Or, you know, pick up the game that we're demoing. Kind of like, you know, how Costco does, like, the free samples. Kind of like that, but for gaming. But yeah, I'm just so sad at, like... Because I think... Yeah, it was James Bond, the new 007 game by IO. It got announced as a game key card for the Switch 2, and I was like, well, there went all my interest in getting that, at least on Switch 2. And, like, there was a statistic that said that Cyberpunk, like, 75% of Cyberpunk's Switch 2 sales were physical. And it's like, yeah, it really makes you wonder. Because there were so many games I would have absolutely bought on Switch 2 if they were physical, but since they're not, I just don't care. Like, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, man, if that game wasn't a game key card, I would have absolutely prioritized it. I think the game key cards are better than nothing, but I don't see why they can't really... Well, but that's the thing. They are better than nothing, but they're also, like, still kinda nothing at the end of the day. Like, imagine if there were game key cards for the Wii Shop channel. It's like, that wouldn't matter nowadays, because the Wii Shop channel is totally dead. Like... I don't even remember if there is still a way to re-download things you bought on the Shop channel. But, like, it's still, at the end of the day, a digital thing. You know, it's worthless once the service shuts down. And yeah, that might be, you know, quite a few years in the future, but it will happen. We know it'll happen. And it just, you know, it has some benefits, but it's not the sort of thing that I'm like, this is how things should be, you know? Ugh. No, friends made it, but you can still lend out. Yeah. I mean, that is cool, but then you start to think about it, and it's like, so then in that case, the advantage of digital is that it's account based, and like you don't have to carry it anywhere, and you can't lose it, and like it's still got some of the drawbacks of physical copies, so it's like it's not even that big of a step up, you know? But personally, I'm still of the mind that, like, if you want me to care, you gotta put it out on physical. If you want to do, like, a key card separately or whatever, that's your choice, but as far as I'm concerned, the Switch 2 has, like, 5 games on it right now, and that's it. Beefies. What does a Beefies do? What's he do? What's he do? Oh, look at you. Look at this sweetness. Look at your tummy, your soft tummy. Got a soft tummy, my beefies. We're so soft. Look at him hamming it up for the camera. They made collectors. Yeah, yeah. That is the sort of thing a collector would want. You are paying. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, no, beefies. Oh, you're silly. You're a silly boy. Oh, you're so silly. You're so silly. He's a good boy. He's a good. It blew my mind when Sony was like, hey, we're removing physical copies from our collector's editions. And that was many years ago. So I was like, if anything, get rid of the, like, standard editions first. I don't know. Oh, okay. Beef has left. Hi! This is what I look like. I don't look like an orange kitten. Merlin Mass Effect. Yes, yeah. And I think, I forget which Battlefield it was. Battlefield 5, I think, did the same thing. EA was about that for a while. And I think Anthem? Maybe I can't quite remember, but just... What's all the more appalling to me is that Sony Collector's Editions, despite not coming with a physical game, still give you a steelbook. I was like, what's the point of that? Is a disc really that expensive that, like, it's still worth putting in the case but not the disc? If they didn't include it, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Although, I suppose the argument could be made that, like, they're doing it to incentivize people to, you know, double dip and buy the game physically as well as the collector's edition. Like, screw you, Sony, but, you know, whatever, I guess. Scott the Waz just uploaded a video on his second channel about, like, Nintendo isn't the same Nintendo anymore, and it was a really good video, because he really was bringing up how it's like, Nintendo's always done this kind of stuff. Sales numbers? Yeah, I mean, that is... I mean, kind of the idea. You know, a collector is somebody serious enough that I'm sure they would go, okay, I'll buy the physical too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, to me it came off as a, like, yeah, we're gonna force people to buy the game twice. I don't, actually. That is not a thing I love. Okay, yeah. It's so weird how sometimes the map will show ooblites that aren't malignant in yellow, but then there are other times it'll show ones that are malignant yellow. And it's like, why be so inconsistent about it? Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the game's actual justification for it. I messed up. spoiled resin is the resin from her first, before the time skip. Nah. You know why else I love physical copies? It's because I love the, I mean, I love preservation, but also the fact that... Because I bought Spider-Man 2 when it was, when it first came out, and, that version, in particular, the physical version of it, has a lot of bugs. Oh, I thought I had more time. I know I'd have got you Slux on this as I noticed you prefer it, but I figured a physical was in the... Yeah, honestly, I really regret not buying Hollow Knight 1 physically on the Switch. Or, Hollow Knight Switch 1. Because, I remembered streaming it was really the push I needed to like it. Because initially when I started it, I was like, I don't know about this. And then I played through it and was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm into this. Play at 90 on the... It's a little run better anyway, except the Switch 2 does 120, so... Because the Switch 2 is more powerful than the Steam Deck. It is always funny to me that the Steam Deck, yes, but only certain games support, and I don't even think it's, well... I don't know. I'd prefer to play it on Switch 2, even if it is inferior. But I don't think it is. Not to mention, a certain someone told me there's a bug on the PC version. So... That was funny, actually. Just jumped to his death. I also think I saw... Oh gosh. I think it was like a Star Wars Outlaws. Because, like, apparently it doesn't run all that well on Switch 2. And I think there was someone who worked on it that was like, it's because it has like specific calls to disks that the Switch 2 obviously doesn't use, or something like that. I was like, what a weird thing. yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not an expert on why they thought that, or they thought that would be a good idea, but
120 FPS.
yes.
Switch 2 is more like 45 FPS.
Yeah, well, sorry to say, but you're kind of... Thank you for the tier 1 during my September, so you will be getting a free Photoshop request. But also, Prime 4 is going to be 120, so... That bug is only on the deck, because I'm not... Well, then all the more reason that the Switch 2 version is better. But I've heard people say dumbest... Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know, but... Does Kong have a native not... I don't believe so. Not that I was aware of. Fake frame gen? How do you fake frame gen? Don't know enough to understand that sentence. It is 100% fake. That's the point of the technology. Well, so then it's just frame gen. So then why would it be fake frame gen? It's like, wouldn't that make it a double negative then? So like a fake thing would be real? Gen is AI that generates tweener frames, but yeah, no, I understand that. What I'm saying is like, what you said, it's fake frame gen, and I'm saying, isn't that like saying, you know, fake fool's gold? Which would mean it's real gold. Yeah, double fake. Yeah. It's twice as fake. But that's why I'm asking how it works. Because how would it be twice as fake if frame gen is already fake? You take the zero, really do twice as many. I genuinely don't know. It's above my pay grade, honestly. Dang it. I always react just a little bit too slow for that attack. Where am I? Losing track of myself. Oh, come on. I disagree, game. Okay. Oh, that was brutal. Star Wars Outlaws does. Well, okay, I would need to double check because I only really saw, like, tentative stuff, but I thought people were saying part of the reason it runs poorly is because it has, like, certain calls to, like, discs or something. Like one of the engineers who, like, worked on the port was like, yeah, it wasn't able to meet our quality standard because it, had these, like, specific calls. Or something like that. Like, I'm half tempted to look this up right now. Why don't I? That's a good question. I don't know. Cause I'm locked TF in. More like Star Wars outlawed, because it's so bad it had to get outlawed. Am I right? High five. Oh, oh. And they try to by saying the load times are better if you down. Yeah. They'll. I'm pretty sure every publisher will say whatever they can. Yeah, yeah. That is a great question. Buy the digital if you want. Yeah, yeah. If it's that important to you, you can do that. Or if it's not that important to you, you can buy the physical. Or at least that's how it should be. People install the game from the physical card. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great too, actually. Indeed, the best of both worlds. I think I saw a comparison that, like, Mario Kart World does load faster digitally than it does physically. I mean, it's never bothered me enough to be like, oh well, I'm gonna sell my physical, but you know. Yeah, and the PS3, if I remember correctly. Yeah, well, PC's a whole different beast. Yeah. Happier times. Oh, I dashed. Oh, come on. bull. That is complete and utter bull. No, I dashed. I dashed, and I picked up the health. How could the car... How slow could the car... It's still assault. I don't know. I don't know. Didn't meet their quality standards when it's Ubisoft. Yeah. Yeah, the Ubisoft, the quality standards of releasing Assassin's Creed Unity. God, remember what a disaster that was? Oh, that's cool. How boring their games are now. Probably burst into tears. Yes, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm cynical nowadays, but I just don't see why people would buy games, like, at launch anymore. Some games I understand, but, like 90% of games are always better, like, after a few patches. And by then they'll have, like, a sale. Was great. I bought the PS4 version. Yes, yeah. And there's been well, to my understanding, they're leaving it as an option, but just apparently keycards are so much less expensive than physical media that, like, from a publisher's perspective, it's like, what's the difference? They're still getting the game, and they're still getting a cartridge, you know? To me, it just sounded like economic reasoning, where it's like, why would you spend the, you know, the extra, like, 30% or whatever? I don't know. I've heard so many different reports about how much key cards are versus, like, standard copies. But it's like, I'm sure if you're, you know, a game corporation, you're looking at the price of a key card and you're like, so this is cheaper, does more or less the same thing, and, you know, we still get to have a product on store shelves. Like, yeah, sure. Like, the cost... Yeah, yeah. But, you know, there are certain companies, like how they're doing the Mortal Kombat collection physically on Switch too, or like Yuka Replayly is gonna be physical on Switch too. It's like, clearly on some level people are able to afford it because they recognize that if they, you know, if they went with a key card, nobody would bother. So like, it clearly has to be a price point where, like, it makes a difference, but not that much of a difference, you know? Iterative keys will make an effect. I mean, honestly, I think that's what Marvelous did for their cards for a while. Where they were like, hey, Rune Factory and, whatchamacallit, Daemon Ex Machina, like, those are true physical games, and, like, that, they made that statement nice and early, so that way they could drum up the business of people who were like, well, I'm gonna buy that game then. I mean, it worked for me. I bought Rune Factory because it was a true physical game on the Switch too. And even more uniquely, Rune Factory has a full-color manual, and it's awesome. I actually took the time to read it. Oh god, shit. I sometimes feel like I'm the only person who liked Daemon X Machina. So, like, I was really excited when they announced the sequel. And I hear the sequel's pretty good too, but good in the same way the first one was. So, I'm excited, but I don't know how important that is for a lot of people. Struggles to hit 30 on the Switch too. That's crazy. Hates the keys, but honestly, from what I'm understanding at least, it is having some effect. Like, if game key cards were that successful, I feel like we, like Yuka Replay and Mortal Kombat, they would have gone digital key card, but they didn't. And I think that's cool. I will never... The thing is, I won't say I'll never buy it, but in the sense that, like, I would buy one if it was $5, which they're never going to be. So I'm functionally saying I will never buy one, but just... That's the thing, they offer so little value to me that it's like, if I could pay like $5 and get access to a game I wanted, maybe it would be worth it. But even then, commit to it because I'm not. Well, okay, I'm sort of a Nintendo glazer. I'm not a Nintendo glazer when it comes to this. I've maintained my position. I would have bought Yakuza. I would have bought Sonic. I would have bought Split Fiction. I would have bought so many games on the Switch too if they were real physical games and not key cards. Hell, they just announced that the new James Bond is a key card, and it's like, I was excited for that, and now I'm not. The only way I could imagine myself buying one of those key cards is like, if on the day that 007 got released, somebody was like, I'll sell it to you for $5. And it's like, okay, maybe then. But, like, nobody's gonna do that. Secondhand, I just want... Well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean, too. Like, I would have bought Street Fighter. Oh, man, if Street Fighter was an actual physical game, totally would have snapped it up. It's not, so I didn't. Waiting for the game that's dropping price, might as well buy it on Steam. I don't know about that, necessarily, but just... Like, the point is, Yakuza 0 is basically never going to reach $5, whether it's the key card or the like, digital version. So it's like, it's never going to happen. But that's about all the value that is to me, you know what I mean? I buy lots of cross-platform games. Hell, I still buy cross-platform games on the Switch 1. Like, because to me, it's never too much of a compromise. Well, almost never. Dark Souls comes to mind as an exception, but... You know. Video card costs more than a Switch. I'm sure it does. I don't know, to me, in the world where it's like, you know, people want to, like, do the opposite of what corps want because of spite, it's like, then why wouldn't you advocate for physical copies? Because clearly they're trying to get rid of them because they don't want you to have them anymore. But he's playing the game mirrored home. Yeah. That'd be cool. Or even, like... You know, I understand the apathy towards LRG, or antipathy even, but like, if more companies popped up where it's like, we will make a physical copy, like, I'm somewhat okay with that. I mean, part of the value of a physical copy is that it was mass-produced, because, like, you know, having it as some, like, collector's item isn't the best idea, but, like, as long as there is a physical copy, you know what I mean? Like, how many people here can claim that they can, you know, play Spec Ops whenever they want? Spec Ops The Line, I should say. Like, not very many, because they delisted it, and that game's fucking incredible. It makes me sad to realize that Spec Ops The Line is delisted. Because I really adore that game. And, knowing that it'll, you know, start waning in, what's the word I'm looking for? Mind share, I guess. Just makes me sad. It's all because of Jimi Hendrix. And if that didn't have a physical copy at all, it would be even worse off right now. I'm sorry, am I turning this into a complain stream? I really didn't mean to. But you better believe I will dig in my heels as hard as possible when it comes to physical games. Okay, you see this? Right? Malignant. But on the map, it's shown as just yellow. Why? Because the color for Malignant resin is purple. So it's like, why isn't it using purple? Why is it inconsistent like that? You know what I was watching last night? It's one of those things where I've seen it a million times, and it's funny, but it really shouldn't have been as funny as it was. How to label it? License out his. Well, okay, that's the. That was kind of what I was trying to imply, but I guess I should have phrased that better. It's not Jimi Hendrix himself, it's just that his license is kind of fucking over that aspect of it. Because it's like, now Jimi Hendrix's music is a liability, you know what I mean? But you're right. I should have phrased that better. Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard some, like, beeping or something, and I was like, I don't know what that's from. You know what was really dystopian? I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was. I don't even remember what protest it was, but a few years ago there was a protest, and the police were seen holding up a stereo or whatever, playing some Taylor Swift music. And the whole reason they were doing that was because they hit upon the idea that if there was some easily identified copyrightable music in any video anybody would take, it would get taken down by like whatever social media algorithms. I was like, that is so dystopian that like Taylor Swift's music can be weaponized like that. Music labels are pretty friggin' evil. That's my moral. Have you ever heard? I mean, I imagine Pixel has, but the don't download this song, music by Weird Al. Oh, it's so funny. I love Weird Al. He's great. He's also weird. But is that? I didn't get a great look. Was that in in a wheelchair or something? Like an alien in a wheelchair? Oh, sorry, I just realized I stopped talking. So last night I was laughing so hard I was crying at this clip. It was a Germa clip, because I love Germa. He was playing the Devil May Cry HD collection, and he encountered this bug, which apparently is, or at least at the time was, common. I don't know if they've since fixed it, but it like it like made certain sound effects like amplified the hell out of him. And it sounded like he was, it sounded, honestly to me it sounded like somebody threw a grenade through his window or something. It was just so funny, his like response to it. It was I was cry laughing. And it's one of those things, it wasn't even new to me. I had seen that clip before, but I rewatched it and I just couldn't help. It was just getting me for... Do you guys ever have that? Where you're like in a state where you're like kind of tired and not... I don't know, not all there mentally. And just... something just really gets you. That's where I was with that clip. There's a great animation somebody made of it. Like Jerma's playing the game, and then his house gets nuked. It's so funny. He really is just one of my favorite favorite streamers and favorite, like, human beings on planet Earth. And it's so funny, I remember seeing someone describe him as, like, he seems like a normal dude, but the way everyone describes him is like he's some freak show. It's so funny. Like, I've seen some people call him, like, a cryptid monster, and I was like, oh my god. He really, I mean, he's one of the luckiest people I've ever seen. Like, he will get glitches in games that, like, people have, like, never seen before. It's insane. I remember somebody saying, because he did a video where he was, like, playing Grand Theft Auto 5 or something many, many moons ago, and, like, he just randomly got, like, teleported, you know, into the sky. And it was like, people were like, this is such a rare bug. Of course it happens to Germa. I both want and don't want that kind of power. Like, it would be cool to experience a lot of things where it's like, whoa, that's like a 1 in 10 million chance. But on the other hand, it seems like it would be such a curse sometimes, where it's like you want to just enjoy something normally and then something completely unexpected happens. Capital One over here telling me how to upgrade my card whenever the card I have has better. Yeah, oh, of course. That's how they get people. Yeah, yeah. That is exactly what they expect. And I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I really do go like, ooh, bigger number. Although I've never had like a card or anything, I just, you know. Oh god, hold up. Hold on, let me just focus on the combat and then I'll read more closely. It's just... Marty, I'm scared. Okay. Like, as opposed to getting 1% on every purchase, I get 1.5 or 3% back, but only on certain. As opposed to everything. Wait, so you get 1.5 per second, 1.5 on everything right now, but they're offering you 1.5 or 3%? I'm not sure I understand. I have a 1490. That's a big number. That's a very big number. Do you know what happens if you add all that together? You get a smaller number. Isn't that crazy? My bad, they're offering 2 cars, one that gives me 8 miles back on it, which I don't fly much. They're on certain things and 1%, so I guess that's net loss. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on your spending habits, but... Okay, now I understand. I remember there being a news story when I was young about, this, like, family where, like, the guy has, like, a ton of credit cards, and he, like, gamed the system or whatever, so that way he gets a bunch of free, like, vacations and stuff. I remembered thinking, like, how does... how could that ever happen? Surely no company would ever want to incur that kind of loss. Then again, I heard a lot of weird things from the news when I was younger. I still can't find the like news segment that I had heard as a kid where, like, to fight colony collapse disorder, some beekeepers were using cow urine. Because I know I heard that, but, like, every time I look for it, I can't find that article. Or, like, even the video, because it was on TV, so, like a segment of the news. You know what I mean? Sorry if I say you know what I mean a lot. It's just I feel like I'm not good at putting my thoughts into words. And I swear too that there was a news story I heard about, like, at the time gas prices were going up or whatever, and they, like, highlighted this, like, I don't even know who they were, but they were, like, college students or whatever, and they apparently had modified their car in a way where it got, like, 100 miles a gallon or something, and I vividly remember the picture of, like, them opening their trunk, and there was, like, a giant, like, circuit board or whatever. And it's like, I want to find that again. I can't find it. Because it's one of those things that I feel like nobody would believe unless they actually saw the story as well. No, I pressed triangle. The holy grail of, the holy grail of, things that I want to find online, though, is there was an Enzyte commercial that, I don't know if you guys remember Smilin' Bob, but, they were for male enhancement pills or whatever, and they were the most, like, ridiculous commercials I had ever seen. I could not believe they were allowed on TV. And, there was one that I so vividly remember and I can't find it anywhere online where, you know, because they're always making like dick jokes and whatnot, and he's like, Smiling Bob is doing some like gardening, and he has a wheelbarrow, and in the wheelbarrow there are two spherical bushes and like a tree trunk log, like in the front. And like he sees his wife through the window, and he lowers the wheelbarrow to wave at her, and of course the wheelbarrow is at like crotch height, so when he lets it down, the tree trunk goes up. And I was like, I can't believe they let that on TV. I can't find that commercial online for the life of me, though. It's gotta be somewhere, but I just can't find it. And it's a weird thing to, like, get fixated on, but just, I just want to see it again to know that it's real. Oh, really? Oh, man, they were... I mean, you know, I was a pretty innocent kid. So, like, if I was like, oh my god, you knew they were going pretty ham-handed with the jokes. But it just... This one particular... Because, like, there are Smilin' Bob commercials on YouTube, and it's like... Yeah, I remember those, but the specific one of him gardening, I can't find it anywhere. Because this was like in the era before, you know, the internet, so whenever there was like a funny commercial, my parents would have to be like, Alex, here, it's on, quick look. And I only ever saw it once, and I was like so shocked. But can't find it again. And also, I think I heard that Smilin' Bob got arrested, which is very funny. Or at least Enzyte got, like, shut down. The company that he worked for, whatever. But yeah, if anyone could find that commercial, I would be so grateful, because I like it. Sometimes it feels like a fever dream. It feels like I know I couldn't have come up with that in my mind, and my dad even still remembers it too. So it's like clearly other people witnessed it. It's not just me, but man, I want to see it again. Okay, we're fine. It's good. Actually, yeah, let's do it. That was not worth it. There's also a very hilarious commercial where it was a commercial for Johnson boats, like little, you know, little boats for, you know, just commercial, or like, you know, personal use. And they made, I mean, this is like the 70s or whatever, but they made a commercial where it's like, you, your girl, and you Johnson. And it like, the reason I know of it is because it got used in like a bunch of try not to laugh challenges. It's pretty crazy. CEO and his mother got arrested for conspiracy. Yeah. Yeah, I remembered some sort of madness happening. But, it's not like, what's his name? Vince Offer, where it was like he got arrested. It was like the company got in trouble. I was a big fan of infomercials back in the day. I was a Billy Mays fan. Hi there, Billy Mays here with the new, OxyClean. Like it was so funny to me. And like he had his own TV show for a minute there, and I watched that. See him and his mother both got arrested. Yeah. That is funny. In a sad way, obviously. Not quite. Okay. But yeah, just that one commercial I cannot find for the life of me. I still conspiracy theory think it's around somewhere, but discovering it's gonna be hard. It's my lost media. I went to the structure.
To be a scout is to be on the front lines of discovery. Exactly. One of my specialties is making connections that others miss.
Oh, come on.
That's itemized in my fieldwork report. No.
Yes.
No,
Yes, here.
they died a long time ago. Yes, I understand it's one way. That's why I signed up. There are no attachments pulling me back.
Okay. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about this run. I gotta have the confidence, you know? Gotta have confidence. It's all about the confidence. I just need confidence. Just gotta have confidence. Where am I going? Oh, the very top. I almost thought I wouldn't make that. But how do I get up there? Really though, how do they expect? How do? No, how do? That doesn't answer anything. Yeah, it's... Oh, actually, never mind. I think I figured it out. I was about to be like, it's not worth... Okay, yeah, no. It's worth. Gave myself a slight heart attack, but it's fine. What? I thought that would take me all the way up. Oh well. Okay. I'm done with this room. Let's leave. Okay. Panic, but not too bad. Just a slight panic. Just a little bit of panic. What? Where did you come from? Okay. Oh my goodness, my brain is overloading right now. I dashed. Bull. I call on that. But it's okay, because I can win. No, I will win. I gotta have the confidence. That's what I need. I need the confidence. Confidence. Oh, okay, I made it through. See, kids, it's all about the confidence. Whoa. That's amazing. A new weapon and it seems to kick butt? Yes, please. This is it. This is the run. I can feel it. I gotta have the confidence. That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about the confidence. See, it's all about the confidence. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I dodged that. It was because I didn't have confidence. Got scared. Need to have confidence. Really bad, actually. Oh, come on. It's fine. It's fine. It's not really fine, but okay. No. It's fine because we're gonna... Oh god, we're gonna die. Oh god. Oh god. No. Gotta have confidence. It's all about the confidence. Fuck. No, it's okay. We still have a chance at confidence. That was pretty rough. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to go with this weapon. Can I get my... Probably could. Could get my gun back. In fact, I will. Now's not the time to be experimenting with new gun. Maybe I need to have a little less confidence. Be a little more cautious. Gotta have the cautiousness. Fine, we're gonna be cautious. We are cautious. Yeah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Oh. Okay. Well, it looks like for the most part I'm okay now. Ow. That's what I get for opening my mouth. Okay. You know, I would have preferred not resin, but... Okay, well, we've got plenty of other opportunities to get some stuff. Okay. Caution is helping.
This is a good result!
Joker! Oh my god! The Vesqua. Ah, thank you. Oh, that's an adorable. I love that emote. Thank you for shouting out Joker. Hi, hi, hi. To everyone who's coming in from the raid, hi, welcome. Welcome in. I'm Super Shadow 271. I play a variety of games here on Twitch because I collect games. And I've been trying my best to beat Returnal, and I'm decently far in this run. So I'm feeling, I'm feeling confident, but I'm gonna be cautious. So, but yes, hi, welcome in. Hi, Groovy. Hi, Joker. I hope you're doing well. How was, so, okay, out of curiosity, is that a Minecraft mod you're playing? Vintage Story? Or is this, like, a different game that just looks a lot like Minecraft? Shadow is friend and a go. Aw. No, you. But, sorry, I haven't been super clear on what Vintage Story is, and I apologize. A former mod until I see. Okay, yeah. I was like, this looks. It looks so Minecraft. I was like, surely that's intentional, but whether it's a mod or if it's its own thing, couldn't tell. But yeah, it looked fun. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous because I've been struggling in this game a little bit. It's hard. It's a hard game. It really is. And you missed it. Beef was here earlier, being so cute. He's a good boy. He was hamming it up for the camera. My internet keeps making you 360. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I guess it's good that you can't see me mess up. Because I have been quite a lot. But yeah, if you need to do post-stream shenanigans, totally understandable. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, Beef's been a sweet boy. Like, I do think the surgery helped. Because I think he's... I mean, like, he's a little bit under the anesthetics still, but, like, he's so cute. So sweet. Oh, and Joker, I don't know if I showed you. I went to Sega HQ recently, and they had, like, UFO machines, and I won a pair of Sonic ski gloves. Which are a little bit too small for my hands, but it's still fun. And it was crazy. I did it first try, too. Granted, I think those machines were probably less rigged than average, but still, it was cool. It's the first time I had ever won at one of those, like, UFO machines. So I think that's what they call them, right? I would love to actually go to Japan and try one of them. I mean, I just want to go to Japan in general, but, you know. The weapon is interesting. It's interesting, but right now I need to be consistent. So I had to swap it out, even though it was technically better. Can be good sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like it would be cool. It just, since it was literally my first time with that weapon, literally my life, sorry, I was like, I can't, on a run that's this far in, I can't risk it. What the? But getting to go to Sega of America HQ, I should be clear, obviously. Actual Sega HQs in Japan, but it was also cool. I got to see, like, a bunch of the different awards they had on display there. I had never actually seen any of, like, the game awards or anything in person. It's cool. You know someone? No, I did a focus group. That's the most I can say because I'm under NDA, but it was super cool to go there. I had actually passed by there a few times because they actually live somewhat close to me. Or live. They're actually somewhat close to me, but I just never. For one thing, I don't think they do like tours or anything, so it's not like I could just stop by. And I always wanted to go. I remember many years ago getting a tour of Blizzard's HQ, and this was Blizzard before all the scandals and stuff came out, so like I was excited, but then nowadays it's probably like, oh god. They actually did a tour once. They put 5 gold. Yeah. Does that mean the scene where he drinks from like the Blueberry River or whatever? Does that make that like the Sonic equivalent where it's like he went into you know, I probably shouldn't be making this joke, but you could probably see where I'm going. Oh, it was awful. Almost drowning the chocolate. Yeah, exactly. What did I even get hit by? Ow. Oh god. Oh, did I win? Oh, I think I won. Oh, thank goodness. It really wants me to have a dead bound. Okay, this is oh, it won't let me reactivate it. That makes sense, but also I really wanted insurance of some kind. Yes. State Farm. But how's everyone doing? I'm sorry, I should have asked earlier, but I'm panicking right now. I'm panicking Skywalker right now, so. Okay. 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 No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whew. Okay. Panic at Sky. Yeah. That was me just then. I pressed the melee button. You cannot convince me otherwise. No, I can't afford to gamble health at this stage. So, speaking of not gambling health, do I try this room? Tired after work and eating another muffin. Hopefully this muffin won't attack you like the last one did, or attack your uvula.
This world is my home.
Groovy, I will hydrate. Thank you. That's actually a really good idea. I don't have much left though. Okay, thank you. But in a good mood, well, that's good.
I do not wish to leave. On the
That's
other
the
side of my
important
sight,
thing.
Sometimes I can see a black sunrise beneath the ocean. When will it break through the surface? I will wait as long as eternity to reach it.
Where is... Where is present? It's acting like there's something there, but I don't see anything.
Something awakens here in the desert's forgotten past. Whatever caused the cycle might be searching for me. I've had visions and headaches that fracture into future
I
events
think
I've
this is
already
the farthest I've gotten,
I must ignore them and
so
find the means to
I'm
go
happy with
deeper
that.
into the world.
I'm really hoping I beat this game. I mean, not that I'm not enjoying it, but just... I just... I want to know. I want to know the mystery. I want to move on to other things. If I had Ooblights, I absolutely would have gotten that. Doing another stream of this would be excessive. I don't know. I don't know. Would it? Saku! Oh my god, hey! It's good to see you! Hi! Yeah, yeah, gee. I say hi, but you just call me a nerd. But hi, I'm glad to see you again. Hope you've been good. I don't want to say suffering, but trying to get through this game. Dying? Could I? Yeah, lucky. I wish I was dying. You know, it's so funny. I always feel like there are things I'm gonna say when I see people, and I can't remember any of them. I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed you all. You're buying alcoholic Baja. Do they make that? Yeah, I was like, I know of Baja Blast, but alcoholic? They do? Like, is it officially, or is that like a boutique thing? You know? Official, that's crazy. That'd be like if Panera made their lemonade that kills you available to the public. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Panic. I'm sorry, I'm panic. I'm so scared right now. Hold on. I can't even think about alcohol or Baja Blast or anything. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I guess I understand now. I don't think I have any Taco Bell Yeah, I don't think so either. I know I have the Pizza Hut and Taco Bell combo near me, but not a cantina. Although I've never been a fan of Taco Bell to begin with, so I haven't really paid attention. Oh god. Okay. Okay, no, we're fine. Like, not really. They did their market research, I guess, then. Are like, oh yeah, we're gonna get all of the business. Oh, really? Since? What do they want me to do here? Friend invited me to... Oh, I see. Don't leave me hanging. Oh god. 5 to 7 Baja Blast. I don't know how much alcohol they have, but I assume that's a lot. What even hit me? Oh god, I am... Whew. Hold on, sorry, let me just... let me just get through this combat, and then... They dunked so much vodka on it. Oh my god. Sure, it would've been fine if I had fire. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Rainbow text? What? What do you mean rainbow text? Rainbow, I'm special. Is there something I'm missing? I don't see any rainbow text anywhere. You are, yes. That's true. Wispy Woods. Oh, you got a Wispy Woods plushie? Oh, that's adorable. Thank you. It is my Sonic shirt. My lucky Sonic shirt. Spell your name. Oh. That's so interesting. To me, from my screen, it's just pink. I don't know what you need to do to see the rainbow. I know how to taste the rainbow, but not see it. Alcohol. You know what? You're absolutely right. What was I thinking? I hear there's a lot of things you see when there's alcoholic Baja Blast involved.
Flooding in.
God, that just sounds so weird to me. Alcoholic Baja Blast. It feels like a Mad Libs. You know what I mean? Or it's like, name a drink.
Both failing ascension.
Go out and have a Baja Blast. I can't drink Baja Blast because sensory issues, but I would have a water. You know, Kat, it's funny also you say the Sonic shirt. I actually went to Sega of America's HQ recently, and that was so much fun. So, I don't know if I showed you, but I got a pair of Sonic ski gloves. They are slightly too small for my hands, but Team Sonic. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm the designated driver. I don't know if you've ever heard of Nakey Jakey, but he's a YouTuber who who does like gaming stuff, and he once did a video about like alcohol in video games, and he was talking about mother hens, where it's like, oh, you know, I'm the mother hen of my group, where it's like, oh, you look after all your friends that are like so drunk, or something like that. That's basically what I am, but more so by necessity than choice. No, they didn't. They didn't really have a whole lot of stuff that I was, like, super keen on. I saw the Sonic gloves and I was like, that's cute, you know? I like that. But also, a part of why I wasn't too enthused was a lot of it was Sonic movie-themed stuff, and I was like, so... And I get yappy when I drink. I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever know. But, I know what it's like to be around drunk people. I just gotta get drunk before I stream. Yeah. Yeah, just a hydrated stream. Yeah. Everything's fine. I just dropped my controller. Hear me out? You know, it was funny. Sorry to go on a slight tangent, but just I went to Anna's stream, and I said hi. And since Anna speaks Spanish, because you know she actually lives in Mexico, I like I couldn't understand most of what she was saying with her friends, but all I heard was like, "Hear me out." I was like, "Oh god." Wish I will never experience Baja Midnight because he hates Taco Bell. I do. I'm sorry, Sans. Fortnite stream every time I see that, you know, that could be fun. Don't you even like Nachos Belgrande? No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had a ton of Taco Bell, so like maybe there's something on the menu I'd appreciate, but every time I've had it, I've just been like, I prefer Del Taco. That's just me. Oh my god, yeah. Sounds like a short stream then. Oh, come on. I swear. Well, you shouldn't. It's not very nice. I don't like Taco Bell, I just like my Baja Blast. That's fair. I've heard a lot of people feel that way. On tacos, I'll make them myself. See, I couldn't really do that.
It's done. The way is open. But I may have caused the gods to abandon me.
But yeah, GG, I finally have all 3 keys. This is going decently well. Let's see if I can fight the final boss and not immediately die. Nothing like homemade Mexican food. True. I do have to say though, I really like Del Taco quesadillas. Those are so good.
Then I must accept.
Oh, is this the upgrade that lets me swim? Finally?
This allows me to go deeper.
In water? Yes! Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe. The thing is, again, I have sensory issues, so it would depend on what kind of quesadilla. But I would love that. Yeah, seriously. That was the power-up I was waiting for. Also, though, why is there no boss? Oh, because I have to go back. That's right. I remember now.
Suffocating embrace. It welcomes me into its arms.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Whoops.
The deepest of the deep.
Also, they did just confirm that it's actually water that I'm going under, so why does she need an upgrade for this? Shadow, ignorance of the inevitable. This time I shall act with it. And thought in reach for the lost child. My negligence is the reason I'm here. Shifting black shadow. Get this. Okay. Sure.
I recognize all of this. And so I know what awaits at the bottom.
Oh, is this, like, the vision we've been having of that, like, tentacle monster? That would be interesting. I did have, when I worked at, the Honda Center, I did have someone, like, one of the chefs make, like, a Mexican pizza. Oh, whoops. That's a cliff. I can't swim in that. That was really good. So I'd probably like, you know, more traditional things like that. Tentacles, oh no. Saku, don't get me banned. I have so much to stream for. The Ice Stage doesn't have a boss. That makes sense. It's weird. Yeah, it is weird. Okay, again, Structor, can you explain to me why, like, that icon should mean it's unmalignant ooblites, but it's clearly malignant? It just seems so inconsistent. Like, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Oh, Saku, are you gonna get, Sonic Cross-Worlds Racing? Because I gotta say, Miku looks pretty good in the game. I wanna, yeah. But yeah, true. Could, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. I've been hearing a lot of praise for it, but I am slightly skeptical because I'm not a big fan of Sonic racing games except for Sonic R. So We'll see. Chat for me. Wow. Saku activating their simp collection. Even after all these years. Why you don't like Sonic racing games? Because... well, okay, some of the early ones are interesting. I like Sonic R because it was explorative in a really interesting way. But it feels like every Sonic game is just trying to be Mario Kart, but it lacks a lot of the, like, nuance and excitement. It's tough to describe, but it really feels like you're playing, like, off-brand Mario Kart, and I don't like that, and I don't want that for Sonic. The cream vector. Oh, really? I've seen the Sonic Rouge one, and that was pretty funny because everyone was like, "Hey, yo," but I haven't seen a lot of the interactions. Ow. Did you play the Crash? I haven't, but I've heard good things. But it's... You know what really... Oh, God, stop with these things! Oh my god, sorry. You know what really got me to be skeptical of any game that tries to compete with Mario Kart? It was Blur. Blur, for whatever reason... Like, I remember it had such a huge marketing campaign where it's like, you don't want to play this silly baby game when you could play Blur, and then Blur ended up being kind of crappy. So, like, I'm just always wary of games whenever they try and compete in that in that style. And it's like, I'd really like to see Sonic do something a little more, I don't know, immediately different. I don't know how to fully describe it, but like there's subtle stuff missing from Sonic Racing that leaves me, you know, cold, where Mario Kart it's there. I know, yes, yeah, exactly. Everyone was like, "Hey, yo." I bet he does, Sonic. I bet you do. Do you still ship Sonic and Shadow? Because I feel like that's become that's a question for Saku. That is I don't, to be clear. How dare you ask? Well, I ask because, like, ever since the movie, I feel like it's become, like, trendy to do that. And as somebody who's been shipping for a long time, I was curious your feelings on the matter. If they've changed. Oh my god, I am terrible. Why am I so terrible? Shrek and Shadow. I don't want to think about that. It will never change. Okay, I'm just... I you know, in my experience, some people, like, that are into niche things, like, when it becomes popular, they get kind of like, you weren't into this until now. Like, get out of here. I'm the OG, you know? I'm the OG. I'm hesitant to say that because I'm sure literally since second one people have been, but just... Small tip. Wolves constantly rise from the depths. They're annoying, but you can fire them for adrenaline. That's interesting. More so, it was just I was struggling to keep track of them all. Well, hey, for what it's worth, even if I die, this is the best run I've had so far. I need to use it. I need to use it. I need to use it. Are you serious? How did that... this is bad. That was a Sonic Shadow. Oh boy. Oh no! I was trying to see what that... God damn it. I was trying to see what that item was. Well, I've made progress. I have made progress in this game. That's something I can say now. But sadly, it is time for me to be ending stream, so... All in all, better than the past few streams, but I'm still not quite at the end yet. So I guess I'll have to stream it again. Yeah, good night, I guess. I'm not sleeping, but good night. Thank you everyone for stopping by and saying hi and chatting and subbing and all that. I really appreciate good night. I try and stream every other day, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific. Although Thursdays are currently impacted because of treatment, but if you join my Discord, !Discord, there's a link in my bio. It's the best place to keep up with my streams as well as chat with me and other cool people. Yeah, thank you for coming by. We're gonna raid someone, so if you have a suggestion, let me know. Otherwise, I'm sure I can find someone. And let's see here. Who's live right now? Got Nightbloom. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Actually, I see Tiffy is live, and Tiffy's a regular of my stream, so I want to show my support back and raid Tiffy. Thank you for the suggestion, Saku, but I don't think that works that way. But also not safe for work kind of warning, because Tiffy streams art that is... Oh no? What do you mean, oh no? I want to show support. That's all I'm saying. But don't you, I'm doing it. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that'll be it from me for today. I'm sorry. There are so many people I want to raid, and I so rarely get a chance to raid them. Oh, except now Tiffy's raiding someone else, so it's like I can't even... Well, okay, hold on. Now we gotta raid someone else. Okay, hold up. Yep, it's time to raid someone else then. Who... So you said... Kyo? Instructor? What's the username? Kaio Kusanagi. 1996. Okay, there we go. Well then, exclamation mark raid will raid Chibito. God, I'm afraid to raid people that large, cause like I'm such a small fry. I would get worried raiding someone that large. But yeah, I hope you'll join me in the raid. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later, and let's go raid. Bye.